The theory which we are going to discuss here is uses and gratification theory. This theory will explain us how people use media messages and how they are gratified. People actively seek and use those media messages that they personally feel gives them something. They use the media to get something they want. They feel gratification when they get what they want. Such uses and gratifications can include to be amused, to find model, to imitate, to see authority figures inflated or deflated. Key reasons of media use: entertainment, free tension, getting aesthetic enjoyment, filling time, and emotional release. Assumptions of uses and gratifications theory. The audience is active and its media use is goal-oriented. The initiative in linking need gratification to a specific medium choice rests with the audience member. The media compete with other resources for need satisfaction. People have enough self-awareness of their media use, interests and motives to be able to provide researchers with an accurate picture of that use. Value judgments of media content can only be assessed by the audience. Stages of the theory. In 1944, Herta Herzog began to look at the earliest forms of uses and gratifications with her work classifying the reasons why people chose specific types of media. For her study, Herzog interviewed soap opera fans and was able to identify three types of gratifications. The three gratifications categories based on why people listen to soap operas were emotional, visual thinking, and learning. In 1917, Abraham Maslow suggested that uses and gratifications theory was an extension of the needs and motivation theory. The basis for his argument was that people actively looked to satisfy their needs based on a hierarchy. These needs are categorized as Maslow's hierarchy of needs in the form of a pyramid with the largest, most fundamental needs at the base and the need for self-actualization at the top. From the bottom up, the pyramid contains biological or physical, security or safety, social or belonging, ego or self-respect, and self-actualization at the top. In this pyramid, physiological part contains breathing, food, water, sex, sleep, homeostasis, excretion, while in safety part, safety of food, of employment, of resources, of morality, of the family, of health, and of property. In love and belonging part, friendship, family, sexual intimacy. In esteem, self-esteem, confidence, achievement, respect of others, respect by others, in self-actualization, morality, creativity, spontaneity, problem solving, lack of prejudice, acceptance of facts. Four basic needs. Number one, diversion. Escape from everyday issues. Number two, personal relationships. Using the media for interaction. For example, substituting family for soap operas. Number three, personal identity. Learn behavior and values from text. Identity with characters. Surveillance. Number four is surveillance. Useful information. For example, weather reports, news, etc. In this diagram, the uses and gratifications model will help us to understand about the four basic needs further. Here if we see that at the top, people use media to fulfill four main needs. Audiences are active users of media content. Number one, about diversion. People use media to escape from routines. Media usage may make up for lack of satisfaction in work of personal life. Here if we see about personal relationships, media may compensate for the decline of community and relationships in our personal lives. For example, soap characters may be seen as companion in the absence of friends or family. If we see about personal identity, people may use characters they ID with to help make life decisions. People use Facebook to express identities in ways they can control. About surveillance, people use the media to obtain information about the world. Interactivity is increasingly important today. And here at the bottom we see about the criticism on this theory or model. Marxists argue it exaggerates audiences' capacity to interpret media content, ignoring the power of agenda setting. They also criticize on this model or on this theory, there is a lack of research which supports this theory. Postmodernists argue there are an even wider range of uses individuals make of media. This is how this diagram has been explained about the four basic needs, and somehow criticism is also shown on the diagram. Here one is diversion, second is personal relationship, third is personal identity, and fourth is surveillance. These are the four basic needs of the audiences. The active audience. J. Bloomler presented a number of interesting points as to why uses and gratifications cannot measure an active audience. He stated, the use to be considered here is whether what has been thought about uses and gratification theory has been an article of faith, and if it could now be converted into an empirical question such as how to measure an active audience. Bloomler then offered suggestions about the kinds of activity the audiences were engaging with in the different types of media. Here we will see that how audience use media differently. First is utility, using the media to accomplish specific tasks. Intentionality occurs when people's prior motive determine use of media. Selectivity, audience members' use of media reflect their existing interests. Imperviousness to influence refers to audience members constructing their own meaning from media content. Here we will discuss media effects. Uses and gratifications theory was developed in part to help solve a fairly important problem for mass communication theorists. Sven Windal calls for the combinations of the uses and gratifications theory and the effects traditions into what he labels the uses and effects model. Lucas and Sherry conducted a study in 2004 about media effects. The title of the study was Sex Differences in Video Gameplay, a communication-based explanation. In this study, Lucas and Sherry investigated gender differences in video game use. They focused on interpersonal needs for inclusion, affection, and control, as well as socially constructed perception of gendered gameplay. The authors used a uses and gratification framework to examine these gender differences and pose the following hypotheses. These hypotheses are: number one, young women will be less likely to be video game players than young men. Number two, young women will play video games for fewer hours than young men. Number three, young women will be less motivated by the gratification of social interaction than young men. Number four, young men and young women will be highly motivated to play video games by the ability to beat or control the game. Number five, young women will enjoy non-mental games more than mental games. These uses and gratifications theorists point to a second set of premises that make clear their belief that people's use of media and the gratification they seek from it are inextricably intertwined with the world in which they live. Katz and his colleagues originally wrote that social situations in which people find themselves can be involved in generation of media related needs in 5 ways. First, social situations can produce tensions and conflicts, leading to pressure for their easement through the consumption of media. Second, social situations can create an awareness of problems that demand attention, information about which may be sought in the media. Third, social situations can impoverish real-life opportunities to satisfy certain needs, and the media can serve as substitutes or supplements. In other words, sometimes the situation in which you find yourself make the media the best, if not the only source possible. Fourth, social situations often elicit specific values, and their affirmation and reinforcement can be facilitated by the consumption of related media materials. Finally, social situations demand familiarity with media. These demands must be meant to sustain membership in specific social groups. Uses and gratifications and new media. Many researchers and mass media consumers believe we will change the way we watch television and use media in general in the future. According to research, goals for media use can be grouped into 5 uses. The audience wants to be informed or educated. Identify with characters of situation in the media environment. Simple entertainment. Enhance social interaction. Escape from the stresses of daily life. Strengths and weaknesses of uses and gratifications theory. Strengths. Number 1. Focuses attention on individuals in the mass communication. Number 2. Respects intellect and ability of media consumers. Weaknesses. Number 1. Reliance on functional analysis creates a status quo orientation. Number 2. Cannot easily address the presence or absence of effects. Number 3. Measurement of key concepts is criticized. Number 4. Is too micro level oriented. Thank you so much.